guys, welcome back. This is the Above Average FPL podcast. My name's Adam, and as always, I'm joined by Baker. Merry Christmas, mate.
Merry Christmas. This is always going to be the most read either of us are at any point during the year.
Something like that, yeah. This is as much as you get.
I mean, we meant in our clothes, not in arrows, because we're good at those. We get those whenever they're needed.
Well, I was weirdly looking at it, and I've only had like 5 red arrows. Like everything else has been green.
Have you?
Yeah, but then my rank is so bad. Like I started at like 8 million, so it was always going to be something like that. When I looked back at my history,
I can't say I've looked. I'm just trying to look on the site, and I just don't even know how to look at that now.
No, a game week history maybe. I did it on FPL Game Week. I'm sure I did, but yeah. Obviously, early stream for us, as you know, we do like Christmas. We have kids, and they like Christmas, so the idea of us doing any kind of content over the next sort of 4 or 5 days seems a bit stupid. So here we are, and we've got lots of stuff to do. So hello to everyone in the chat that has joined us already over 50 of you here on a 4:30 on the 23rd. So normal stuff to get through. We've got Rob T's basically updates. We're going to have a look at our game week ranks from game week 17, have a look at the mini leagues. Shout out to everyone as always. And then we've got a few giveaways. A couple of giveaways we'll do over the next few days, but we'll give away some stuff on stream to those that have joined us. I think is a good idea. We'll allow the stream to grow a little bit. Some people will be finishing work and whatever else, but that's the plan of action.
Are you going to wear this hat the whole podcast?
Do you want me to take it off?
No, I just because I wasn't prepared. You surprised that hat on me. I didn't know that hat was coming, and then suddenly the hat was there. So I'm a bit off guard. I'm a bit under the weather. Woke up this morning. I'm phlegmy. I've got to leave here and go and see a physio about bloody shin splints running. I told you I hated running. This might be my way out. Might be my way out of it. Yeah.
I'm happy to take the hat off, mate, because I'm absolutely steaming in it. To be honest. I'm absolutely steaming in it. It's so hot. Yeah, you're right. No, during like when the stream lobby comes up, I'd not told you whatsoever, and I just thought I'd just chuck it on then and go with it.
Fun. All set for Christmas. Why do people say that? They don't say that about anything else, do they? All set, like it's the end of the world. Like, oh my god,
it's like it just cuts off. And but no, never. No one's ever quite ready for Christmas.
No,
there's always something. What I have done today is I have smoked a salmon, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. That is already
well done. He has a good point actually. It's start planning the food. We both have quite small Christmases, haven't we? We haven't got. Obviously, you're up in Scotland. I've got a big family, so they're manageable.
Yeah, I mean, it's for us. It's getting stuff. It's doing all of our stuff ourselves because normally we just rock up at my parents' house and then just depends on who we're going to. We just turn up and eat food and drink. Basically, that's what we do. Although I won't be drinking this year, but yeah, that's normally the plan. But this year, it's like get everything together ourselves. You know, coordinate all the presents coming up this way as well from family, rather than us taking the presents down and stuff like that. Obviously, we don't have to worry about Santa's presents because they just appear wherever the kids are. Wherever the kids are, exactly. Santa knows. So that's good. That is good.
Good caveat. We're not getting in any trouble. We're not getting cancelled this week for stuff we've said at the start of our pods.
Just gonna leave. We'll just leave that there.
We'll leave that there.
We'll leave that. How's game week 17?
Do some FPL.
Yeah,
football fan says, "How do you tolerate the price change nonsense they pulled with Bruno and Rice?"
What nonsense?
I don't know what the Rice one was. I think the Bruno one was that Bruno was like predicted like minus 200 or something on, and didn't drop last night.
Mark didn't press the button. That's why.
I think Az has ruined it because Az tweeted a picture last night of him with Mark at the game last night. So I reckon they were a bit busy, and then Mark didn't get around to pressing the button.
That's exactly it. Fair play to him,
Yeah.
though. Half one every single day during the season. Like, that man stays up late.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Game week 17.
Game week 17. Pretty.
Like, I think it went exactly as expected.
Did you take a hit?
No,
For some reason, I thought you had more points than this.
no. I don't have good players, mate. I don't generally have good players.
I'd have thought for some reason I thought we were about the same, and obviously you had Anderson last night, and I had Wilson, so I assumed you got more. But
No. So I had Raya, O'Reilly, Anderson. So 3 cleans. That's nice. Virgil,
nice.
And then Senesi. So that was obviously a late wipe, and Virgil, obviously against Spurs, was a 10-man, 9-man wipe. So that was perfect. And then Bruno, Semenyo, Saka, and Foden. I mean, I brought Semenyo in, so that worked out all right. And then Haaland cap, which obviously which was fine, but it's like it didn't really matter with Haaland because everyone kind of had him 200%, whatever. And then Thiago, everyone brought Thiago in and broke him, so I had to sell him. And then
Fantastic.
Dubravka, Anderson, Goodmanson on the bench.
Saka, Foden, Bruno getting 7 points between them. It really does. Like, I know they're really well owned, so it's not like you're getting all the points off them if they do score, but it does grate on me when you're like, I've got 27 million quid's worth of midfielders there, whatever it is, and you get 7 points from the 3 of them.
Yeah,
crappy.
It is crappy, but we haven't got that. We haven't got that floor. We haven't got that floor from our boring picks because we want picks that actually do stuff rather than the Declan Rices and look. Like Anderson has outscored them all in a 1-0 defeat.
Anderson has outscored them all.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Rice gets his 11 points for someone putting their hand in the air.
Exactly. We spoke about that on Sunday. I mean, Diraj is saying, talk about your cup victory. Yeah, we can talk about that. I'm still in the cup. I thought I was out. Are you gone?
I lost. No, I've gone.
Gone for
I don't know, though, because maybe they were hits, weren't they? Mightn't they? We don't... How do we find out that? Overall cup.
Leagues, overall cups. You gone?
I got done by a 91 pointer. Alex Blackmore.
I had
you, Alex.
I had to have Anderson outscore Raul by 2 points last night. And so when Raul gets booked before he goes off, that was perfect. And then Anderson's yellow at the end didn't matter in the end for the cup. Obviously, it's a bit annoying. Didn't get all the points, but we scraped through 77
bench boost against me. Just checked it. He got 15 points on bench boost.
Yeah, my guy had Morgan Rogers. My guy had Morgan Rogers. Yeah.
Not fair play. It's not fair play.
I don't know who have I got. Who have I got? I've got this guy. I'll have to have a look on the website because you can't really see it on the app. But he scored 75.
Imagine if it turned out we just got some random guy and then we're just slating him here, and then it turns out he's watching it.
I mean, have you ever played someone? I'm sure you've played someone from one of our leagues before. I'm sure one of us has.
I don't think I have.
We've got to keep an eye out.
Anyway, what we're shouting out there?
What?
Leagues.
So let's start with the public league. So Henry still smashing it, top of the public league, top of the BBC Sport League, as well, which he was tweeted out on this morning. Triple captain, 92 points. He's like 100. He's 11 points clear of Ulf Juan in second. Tom Turner third. Rubaiyat Wahab is fourth, and Moshin Malik is fifth. Well done to all of you guys. All captain Haaland. Henry had triple cap. Smashing it. He's up to 31st in the world. And then in Discord, obviously Henry's up there, and he is 63 points clear of Kieran Scully. Kieran is FPL Discomfort. He's been in the chat. I've seen him earlier on.
He's been in the chat.
He's enjoying his Never Say Die bourbon today. Do I hear? Matt Locke in third, 91 points this week, 1,120. Then Craig Bonham and John Edgar, 1,116. Well done to all of you guys. I haven't seen, I think it was, last time I checked, it was about 40 odd people were beating you this month. in the Patreon League.
There's a chunk. There's
There's
a
a few.
fair old chunk. It's been a fair to middling month.
Good stuff.
Not bad. Just not.
That's okay. That's okay. Like I'm normally around 100th now. Like
Yes.
I used
Hard
to
work, man.
I used to enjoy it when there was less people in there. I used to feel like it was a bit better, but now there's more people. It's like
They're good at this bloody game. Good at this stupid bloody game.
this game we play.
So we talked about Bruno a little bit the other night, didn't we? That's the main discussion. Have you moved Bruno Fernandes out of your team yet?
Yes.
Yes.
It had to be done. Like it was once he was out for a month, it just became the most obvious move out. And it was just to be honest, I probably delayed 24 hours longer than I should have done. And I always do. I'm like, I'll just wait for no information that I'm going to get. I just delayed it for absolutely no reason. Just lost money on Ekitike, probably.
There was still some talk, I think, even saw yesterday, though, that they were still awaiting results and stuff like that. So I don't think we definitely know it's a month still. Which is just kind of assuming. I don't know. But I think you just got to get him gone.
I mean, obviously the biggest concern. I mean, a lot of people have gone to Cunha, which is fine. I think that's a longer term pick. But I think I said it on Sunday. I'm not sure. I just want to see that attack function without him.
Yeah.
Just the midfield function without him, right? And then maybe for those that are waiting until 19 to get him in, then we can see against Newcastle what we're going to expect, and then it might make more sense. But then it might also just make more sense to like Newcastle rock up and win 2-0, and you're like, well, maybe I'll just go to Bruno Guimaraes and then do something else somewhere else, because I'm still, for me personally, I've still got defensive issues in that I've got kind of Goodmanson and Virgil I want to move on at some point, and Senesi I want to move on at some point, probably.
They get the DEFCON though, mate. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They get the point.
There is that.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we're only a couple of weeks. It wouldn't surprise me if it's only a couple of game weeks for Bruno Fernandes, because it's Bruno Fernandes. Like, he somehow magically seems. I mean, this is a guy that we all, we've seen the picture. So the picture of him sitting in his window, looking like it's the end of the world, and suddenly he's playing. That is the guy that we're dealing with. That's why he has incredible ability to play a huge number of minutes. So honestly, it definitely wouldn't surprise me if somehow magically he is okay in a few weeks. But I've gone Cunha. That's done. So you've not gone Cunha. Who have you gone?
I've gone for Wirtz.
Nice.
Because it's a case for me. It's just chase the fixtures in front of you, and Wolves and Leeds seem like good enough fixtures. Like Wolves is obviously the prime fixture. And then because Leeds away, for some reason, they are so polarising home and away in terms of how they play football. Like genuinely, like at home, they look fantastic. And then away from home, they just crumble. So yeah, I know. I fully get it. I can see. So I don't even need to move. So I don't even need to move Wirtz on to Cunha next week if it doesn't suit me. Because I might even just want to move, I could keep Wirtz next week and then move Semenyo to Guimaraes.
If Semenyo gets booked, he's gone. If Semenyo gets booked again, you just exactly 4 yellows. So no, I fully get the Wirtz option. Interesting, actually. We've always switched, because you said to me, "Oh yeah, you just bring in Cunha," and I was like, "Well, surely easy moves, do Wirtz and then do Cunha next week." And you were like, no, can't do that. And then that's exactly what you've done. And I've done Cunha.
Yeah.
Load in. I see how it is.
Playing 4D chess out here.
Come on,
this is where the moves are being focused now. I feel like, as much as I was like, I'll get Wirtz instead of Cunha, I still feel like they're just two very bog standard, simple moves that were just everyone's kind of doing. And I don't like this part.
Unless you get Rice,
So the only problem with Rice, from me, like Rice is a great pick. I get it. The only thing from Rice from me is that because I have no Arsenal defender, I have to move an Arsenal player out to get an Arsenal player in because I'll have 3. So I think a lot of people have got Timber now and are saying, well, I can move my Arsenal players around, that's fine. And then when Gabriel's back, I can just do Timber to Gabriel and everything's good and da 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 da. But that's a one move. Whereas me, it's like 2 moves to get that move. So I don't want to lock up that 3rd Arsenal spot just yet. And I think I'll just take Rice's points in the arse and for the next 4 weeks or whatever.
You know, the thing with Rice, the second he becomes like 34% owned, he hurts every week. Your guy, it's that thing, isn't it? It's that thing that the person that you've got has to hit. They have to hit.
Yeah.
Like they have to score. Like as I said, is this week when you've got the Fodens and the Sakas and they bundle in with 3 points, you're like, yeah, but he's just done 11. He is unfortunately just continually accumulating points. I'm just looking at the fixtures because what suggestions are. So there's some suggestions about injuries at the moment. There was a suggestion about Wirtz that he isn't quite right. That
was squashed today, though. That was squashed today as like cramp at the end of the game.
But cramp's still a minutes issue, isn't it? Similar to Ekatike, isn't it? The fact that Ekatike has been cramping, like it's one of those things where it makes them automatically not a 90-minute player. When there's back-to-back games, it makes them unlikely to be back-to-back 90-minute guys.
I think that's probably more prevalent for Wirtz than it is for Ekatike. Like who do you
have to look after him though, aren't they?
Yeah, but who goes up there like in the 70th minute?
Well, Gakpo's apparently 50-50 for this weekend.
Well, that's why I was thinking he's more like the Wirtz replacement. But I guess he could be both. But if you've got both, probably one does 90 and the other does 75, and then they might switch around the following week. In which case, fine. I don't mind that so much.
And then Ngapié is unlikely to play tonight, apparently. Out injured, so expect the flag will turn out on him. But the suggestions is that so AFC Camden, who all caps, that's how comes you always know it's him. AFC Camden said that he's unlikely to play tonight. He hurt his shoulder. He played through the game with the pain in the shoulder, but they want to rest it up. Doesn't sound like it's any potential impact for this game week. He'll be fine. It's purely we're playing this game tonight, so it's Carabao Cup. We can make some changes.
Yeah.
So I don't think, like I say, I think I'm sure Wirtz and Ngapié are absolutely fine for this weekend. But other than that, we're not going to get a huge amount of news, are we?
No, and I think that's kind of nice. That's why I'm kind of happy transfers have already been made, right? You just sit and if something changes, you're like, well, is it worth -4? Probably not. And then everyone's going to be in the similar boat. I say everyone's going to be in a similar boat. I messaged you, I think when I messaged you on Sunday morning about, or was it, I can't remember, but Sunday morning, I think it was when Harry had made his 2 transfers. And then obviously Bruno got injured and I went, he had to re-record. He was going to have to re-record his video. And then I found out about, on the Monday morning, that he still had 3 more transfers that he could make.
Which is why they made those transfers early, because they had loads of transfers sitting around. I mean, it's they were fine. Harry Wilson's in my team's got a flag. He took a knock last night, but
I was surprised he carried on.
Marco seemed to say it was fine. He just said, "Look, it's a contact hit. There's no twist. It just hurts."
It looked like his knee just got stuck in the ground.
Yeah.
Which is why I thought it was a bit more worrying, because when you do contact the ground, that's when you do the ACL type stuff.
Yeah.
So it was.
Yeah.
I was surprised that he carried on, but obviously he carried on. So it was probably he carried on for a few minutes at least.
Yeah, I think it's a bit painful.
Yeah.
The sound was it was painful, but it didn't sound like he was not going to play.
Yeah. Anderson got his finger put back into place.
Anderson gets his finger put back into place. We're going to see some injuries in these next couple of game weeks. We're going to keep seeing injuries. Like if Bruno can get injured, everybody could get injured.
That's true. That is true.
Which is a shame because I've used all my transfers. Have you used them all now?
Yeah, I've used them all. Of course I have. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've used.
They're all done. They're all done. Anything terrible happens now, and we're into hit territory, and we're not even into -4 territory. We're into blow it up and start.
There's a few in the chat already. Is Steven Starfield said he's on a -8. I think. I think I saw a couple of hits. Is out there. So Helen's mentioned is a -8 bad. Yeah. I think there's a few of us that have used it. Used all the things.
It's amazing. So I ran a few solves on Solio yesterday, and I ran about like 8 or 9 different scenarios, and the -8s were coming up higher EV than my -4s because just the ability to actually be able to make a stronger move that would normally include like a Soboslai, but it meant that you were a transfer ahead of yourself further down, and then those players getting that fixture a week earlier was actually better for you incrementally. Over the next 8 weeks, I was seeing about 4 points.
So we're the big winners. Us that have used all the transfers are the big winners. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Yes, I'll take that.
Okay. Should we have a look at?
Let's do some games. Yeah,
we'll do some games. We'll do some games. Shout out to, as I say, went from 50 to 240 people pretty damn quick. So shout out to all of you. So for the 200 of you that weren't here at the start, Merry Christmas. And if you do enjoy the content, make sure you drop a like on a video, hit subscribe if you want to see more. We'll be back on Sunday for Sunday after the Spurs Palace game. Can we do that?
Yeah.
For the game week review / team selection for next week. And hopefully we're just going to give some stuff away as well closer to the end of the pod today, as well as some stuff that we'll give away closer to on Christmas Day as well. I'll do some draws on Christmas Day once I'm full of turkey and stuff. Where am I? Last chance to join the mini league. 1WTCH2 closes on the 30th of December. You have a week, basically. And if you're watching this back, you have less than a week to join, and then it will close. Shout out to Crypto Blockdown for all of his support. Hubble.social /Dan Hybel if you're interested in the blockchain, interested in crypto, Web3 gaming, any of that good stuff. He is a bona fide FPL and crypto expert. So even if you want, you can jump onto hubble.social /Dan Hybel, grab 15 minutes and ask him how to fix your team. That might be the best use of your time.
That's cheap in the backup.
It's cheap. It's cheap. Yeah, exactly.
How you rank higher?
Shout out to Dan. He's doing absolutely fantastically this season with his huge red arrow from like 8k to 20k or whatever.
Season over. Let's have a look at the games, because City are not the top team this week. I mean, we knew that, but at the same time, it's the question. It's the question every week. Can you take him on? Can we take on Haaland? Can you take on Haaland? So, Liverpool projected goals 2.65, Arsenal predicted 2.12, City projected 1.98. Then it's a bit of a drop off, really. Chelsea 1.75, Man City with like the 5th highest at 1.59 this week.
Man United.
Man United, 1.59. So it's the big teams who you'd expect. Therefore, it's the teams you'd look at. I don't think many people are going to captain Saka. I don't think that's particularly popular. I think it's very hard to trust a guy when he's just given away a penalty. You get a bit, but 2.65 for Liverpool makes a lot of sense. That effectively what you've done is you've got the guy that plays up top and you've got the guy that plays closest to him. I think that's also important, is that I do think Wirtz isn't necessarily playing like the Gakpo role. He is playing as close as he possibly can to Ekitike. You know, it very much does feel more like a 9 and 10 role, closer to Foden with Haaland at times than I think than it is to necessarily. I'm just sticking him out on the wide, and I guess that what that means is, you obviously feed. You're looking for the golden.
The golden.
Now you've got both. You've got both.
You're going to tell me. You're going to ask me. Is that good enough? Is that enough so that you don't?
That's what I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you that.
But that's not how I also play the game either. I am like,
because you want it all.
I want everything. Give me the goals. Give me the assists. Double them up. Verts gets miracle defcon. Just do everything. Do absolutely everything. TK's on pens. I want all of that. I want a Verts corner into a Virgil header. I want that as well. I want everything.
Oh, you're tripled up actually, aren't you?
Yeah. So I've got a Virgil van Dijk as well.
So, will you be captaining a Liverpool player this week?
My captaincy is currently on Ekitike.
I think it has to be on Ekitike if it's going to be someone.
Well, I think mainly because Ekitike has also proven that he can return, whereas we've seen one assist from Wirtz this season. So we look at alternative captaincy options to Haaland, and usually there's a history trail for you to look at, whether it's a Foden, a Saka, a Palmer, doesn't matter. There's some kind of history that says, if I captain this person, he has the ability to 15 point. Wirtz, we've seen one assist.
Yeah.
I don't want to put my captaincy on someone saying this is the first time he's going to do it. But he could.
He could.
But
Ekitike is still a big leap in it, from a guy that potentially we weren't having in our teams to suddenly not only is in our teams, but is now a huge captain option. That needle was moved a lot in a week. If Isak wasn't injured, even that wouldn't be enough to be like, I can do that. But then, he now does become one of these genuine captaincy options, Ekitike.
Well, Salah not there and Isak out just rockets his minutes beyond anything. And you just and I think there's also Wolves are bad. They're just horrific, right? So the Doherty interview still sticks in my mind. I mentioned it on Sunday. It was very I can't imagine that we're going to get any kind of bounce back from it. It doesn't feel like there's going to be a resurgence of Wolves away from home at Anfield on the 27th of December. It doesn't feel like a thing that's going to happen. I have full confidence that Liverpool will win this game 3-4-0 type thing.
I was just checking. There's quite good gaps as well. Saturday to Thursday for both of them. So game week 19, they both play on the Thursday. So it's a chunky old gap. Where I was like, do we think for either of these, and obviously it's more likely in terms of Liverpool are going to be, it's more likely that they're going to be 2.65 goals than over 2 goals. So therefore it's more likely if they're 3 goals up, they're going to make substitutions. Do we think they're going to have to conserve minutes more than Forest? Probably not. 6 days or 5 days is absolutely plenty.
It's plenty.
I mean,
they're probably going to get Christmas Day off as well. I don't think the United boys, Newcastle boys probably won't, but I think all these guys will just get the day off, so they'll be well rested.
Do you see Pep said that he's giving them off, but he's weighed them. He's weighed every single one of them.
I did see that. Come back, fatty.
Weighed every single one of them.
But if your job is to be literally at the peak of athleticism, then it makes perfect sense to me. They wouldn't have done it in the mid-90s, but now, you have to be.
I fully get it. People doing it. I personally will still be doing Haaland this week. I still can't come. I can't come away from the only shot he had on goal was the header. against a team that had not enough men on the pitch against Tottenham.
But that's also conducive of how we've defended every number 9 this season.
It's also conducive of how badly they attack. It wasn't a number 9 thing. Like we genuinely only conceded 0.6 xg to this team.
Yes. Yeah, they're also not. I mean, I guess they're not obviously dominating the games in the way that Arsenal do, for example, or City do, like in this huge squash press. Like they're not suffocating these teams. They're not suffocating. They haven't suffocated anyone actually. So I don't know whether I'd expect that. And then when a team goes down to 10, I think it's a game state thing more than anything. Like you expect the Alamo, and if the team isn't used to providing like the Alamo, the pressure, then I guess it's difficult.
The difference in opposition, though, is that Wolves, you kind of just assume they're going to be terrible in this. Like there's a reasonable chance. That's why the bookies have what they've got. With Forest, I think they're quite hard. I thought Forest were. I didn't think they were good, put it this way, last night. But Forest absolutely annihilated us compared to how Liverpool did against us, a week ago. So is it Forest at home suddenly really are good and therefore we don't trust it, or is it Forest are just not that good? Like I find Forest a very hard team to read as an opponent. Some days they're just bad.
They didn't concede.
Great.
They didn't concede much last night. Like the penalty and then the other Jimenez chance was literally like it. That was it. There was nothing else really for them to.
I didn't think they were good though. Like I think that's more on the fact that Fulham have got about 4 players at the moment.
Okay, yeah, fair.
But I think as a team, I thought Forest were pretty bad last night. I feel like if that Forest turned up against Man City, I'd be backing the over 2 goals 100% on that one. I just I don't have enough in this for me to be saying that I trust Ekitike over Haaland, but I fully get the reason why people would. And like you say,
it's an opportunity. It's a big opportunity, and you can I can get it all. Any other interesting ones here, or is it because we are?
To be honest, I don't think it is that interesting this week. Like it's still, if you've got Arsenal defenders, you play them because you always play them. I think if you've got Liverpool defenders, you definitely play them. You got them. If you've got your Man City defenders, you play them. If you've got your Chelsea defenders, you play them. If you've got your Palace defenders, you play them. So they're playing Tottenhm. And they're playing Tottenham, like you say, without Romero and Xavi Simons, who are 2 best progressive passers in the team. Like who knows what turns up there. I think that if you don't want to commit to some transfers, a lot of us have got Sunderland and Leeds defenders. The Mukiele, I think Mukiele is an absolutely fine play this week. And I think if you like, for me, I'm like, if Harry Wilson doesn't turn up and I end up with Rodon off the bench, like it's not going to be the world's worst thing on earth for me. Like that would be okay. It's not a bad week. It's always a nice one when those promoted teams play each other. Senesi is definitely interesting because Bournemouth clean sheet odds are terrible this week compared to virtually most of your guys. Compared to Anderson, compared to Sunderland or Leeds guys, compared to a Palace guy, it looks very much like Bournemouth will not keep it clean. But you'd almost guarantee that Senesi at Brentford gets his DEFCON.
Because all they're going to, because it's going to be a lot of set piece focused stuff, or like creating those situations where it bounces around, and then Senesi and then Marco just comes in and just clears everything out.
So he's quite interested in that if somehow they did clean, similar to last week, he probably gets a double digit. But I am probably expecting he only ends up with 3 points. But then there's some double down in on Tennessee's, because if you sold Tiago, then like you say, you're like, well, I think Tiago, if he cleans, then I guarantee I win, because Tiago, like if anybody like me who doesn't own Tennessee now, I'm like, I want Tennessee to clean.
Yeah.
I very much want him to clean. Everton are the standout of the buys, probably, for if you're looking at them.
So Moyes, he said that Branthwaite's still a way away, like he's like still a few weeks away from being close, but he's looking forward in the next few weeks to getting back integrated with the squad and on the grass, which is good for numbers. It sounds like Michael Keane's good for a month.
Yeah, because they'll probably just roll. It wouldn't surprise me if the first time he plays is FA Cup third round.
Which is what, like the 10th?
Yeah. So you'll have 18, 19, 20.
18, 19 days, something like that until then.
Game week 18, game week 19, game week 20, and then I can't remember it's between 19 and 20 or between 20 and 21. But you're certainly going to get the next few. And then even when he plays, he's not going to just turn up and play again straight away. I just think I wouldn't be surprised if with Branthwaite, what they use him for is chuck him on to protect Leeds as an extra man and go free at the back in 20 minutes to go, 30 minutes to go. They've got to build him. They've got to be careful with him.
I mean,
yeah,
we've seen it a lot. We were talking about it at the weekend. We were literally talking about it at the weekend. Like these injuries, these guys need time to come back.
I don't think it's a problem with Michael Keane. If you haven't spent the money yet, though, that price difference between him and Tarko is getting smaller. That price difference, like 0.8 now.
Is he 4.8?
I think it's 4.7 versus 5.5. It's not a huge difference now. Especially if you thought, well, actually, what I want to do is try and keep some money aside because that might be my Gabriel fund.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't be against just getting Tarko, despite the fact that Tarko's on 4 yellows, isn't he? That's the downside.
I still just like Michael Keane.
He's not getting shots though anymore. That's completely gone.
Yeah.
Obviously, they play Burnley though now, so who knows? Might do. Alex, who does the thumbnails, Alex Follow, did do a bit about set pieces and how they're not really aiming for Michael Keane at the moment.
That is a problem.
Partially, that might just be because Dewsbury Hall's not in the team.
Probably. That is a big loss actually. Like, who's taking them?
Garner.
Both sides.
Garner's good. Garner's good.
We've got a super chat, by the way.
Oh, have we?
Yeah. Anish has said one free transfer left, leaning Anderson to Virgil. Defence at the moment is Lacroix, Rodon, Keane, and O'Reilly. Has already used 2 free transfers, so saving one feels prudent with all the recent chaos, though Virgil's upside makes the move tempting. So I think the next 2 fixtures are fantastic for Liverpool. And I think you're also going to want some money in place to go to Gabriel quite easily. And so I think that serves as like you get best of both worlds there. And because you could also just go straight to Timber if it was affordable.
I just think Anderson, Lacroix, Rodon, Keane, O'Reilly's 5 really bloody good defenders. Like, there's other places you could focus. I don't think I'd make a defensive transfer if I had those 5 at the back, because they're all asset. They're all like keepers, and that guys you can just keep around forever.
Yeah, you can just leave them.
You can just leave them.
Anderson's very playable this week.
Anderson's playable. Lacroix is playable, and Keane and O'Reilly are nailed on playable. So you're not only just doing Anderson to Virgil, but you're benching Lacroix here who's got Tottenham. Yeah, I don't. I'd make that move with one free transfer left as well. The idea that you can then be like, okay, I can keep this and still have 2 free transfers. We're gonna see injuries in the next few weeks. Me and you are going to do very well to avoid hits over the next few weeks.
I've resigned myself to that fact.
If we get an injury and Semenyo gets booked, you're like, well, that's us stuffed.
That's -4 next week.
Nailed on. Yeah. No, I think you're in a good enough, strong enough position that myself, personally, I would not do it.
I think we've covered everything pretty much. We haven't spoken much about United Newcastle.
Hard to predict.
Difficult one.
Yeah, all of us are on a little bit of scouting watch on Newcastle to try and see, will we take a punt next week on them? Or the next few weeks.
Yeah. Cool. Let's do teams and give some stuff away. It's Christmas, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I need to get out of it.
Yeah. Right, your team first, mate.
Yeah, so transfer's done. It's not for Bruggen in goal, though. It is Dubravka in goal.
Oh, my bad. Did I misread the... I misread the screenshot. My bad.
I will definitely be playing Dubravka home to Everton over Bruggen away at Arsenal. Richards over Elite Timber. Semenyo, Saka, Foden, Wilson, Cunha. It's definitely not also Cunha vice captain.
Vice captain's not important.
We never know when it is. You still have to make a decision on it. I'll probably still have Saka over Ekitike as vice. Nah, I'll have Ekitike as vice. It's more fun. And then Rodon's really my only playing guy. So if one of them misses out, I get Rodon. Other than that, Burn and Guiu survive another week. That's the other thing, as I'm saying. Like if one guy at the moment gets an injury and Semenyo gets a ban, just all the time I've got this Burn issue. But yeah, my current thoughts are that Semenyo leaves my team, and then probably leave me the money to have Burn to Gabriel shortly. That would be
if we get something concrete. Was it so? Did he say Wilson's going to be fine? Did Marco say Wilson's going to be fine?
Should be fine, yeah.
Okay. I was going to say if there was any doubt at all, I'd just sort of do Burn to Keane and then take the -4, and then you're set for a few weeks. But you've also got a great fixture for Michael Keane this week as well.
Just not convinced on it. And I just think I want Gabriel.
Fair enough.
And I'm not prepared to. I'm not seeing that I'm going to lose O'Reilly or Timber. I just want Gabriel as well.
Fair enough. And then myself, so Raya, O'Reilly, Anderson, Virgil, Senesi. And then midfield is Wirtz, Semenyo, Saka and Foden, Haaland and Ekitike. Captaincy on Ekitike at the moment. Yeah, obviously I'm benching Dubravka, Anderson. I've got Anderson and Goodmanson as well. So I've got some depth, which is okay. And don't really expect much from either of them down the bottom, but that's fine. 2 transfers I've made already, as I've mentioned. I'm pretty comfortable. I could probably roll this next week as well. That's why I kind of like it. So I can hopefully get that second transfer up. If not, I'm not going to get tipsy over Christmas because I'm not drinking, but yeah, if we get fruitful, we might make a transfer next week. I don't know.
We're all in Semenyo jail, me and you at the moment. It's just purely on, if he gets booked, we've got to do something. If he doesn't, you can keep playing him.
Yeah. But it could be Semenyo to Rice, Bruno G. Can't get to Cunha anymore without sacrificing somewhere else.
I'm going to pretend that I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to predict now.
Or Gordon?
That's what I'm going to predict. We're going to go. We're going to both go Semenyo de Gordon. He's going to get a penalty against Man United, and he's going to score it. And me and you are going to go Semenyo de Gordon because we're weak men.
Should we give some stuff away?
Yeah, give some stuff away.
So, it's Christmas. So, I've got a bunch of stuff to give away. We can give away some... no, I'll do coasters on socials. I've got, like, 3 mugs. Want to give away mugs? You got a question for anybody? You have to be quick in the chat. I've also got a couple of beanies as well we'll give away.
Question in the chat. Now. So first person to give us the answer to this.
Yep.
They will get
mug.
Anywhere in the world.
Anywhere. I mean, it's really difficult to get these sent to Africa, and I've never tried to South America, so that's kind of the restriction. But Asia's fine, Australia's fine, and North America's fine. Europe's obviously fine. The UK is preferable, please, for our cost less. No, I'm just kidding. No, we'll send it anywhere. It's fine.
What I want to know is what percentage of teams in the game now have Dominic Calvert-Lewin in them?
That's a wonderful question.
What percentage of teams, looking on the FPL website, currently have Dominic Calvert-Lewin in?
Okay. Great question. I'm going to guess.
You might also check this just to confirm that my internet's correct.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have a look myself. I was going to have a look for another thing, but I'll have a look.
Because you're like, was it frozen in time? Because one says first person of the guess was William Johansson with 7.6.
Not what it says on my screen.
Mine says 7.5.
So somebody said 7.5? I assume someone said 7.5 already.
False Paradox with the fifth
False Paradox 7.5. I have 7.5 on my screen as well.
Okay, we've corroborated just to make sure it's not, some kind of regional things. We've got some others on 7.5, but False Paradox was the first with 7.5.
If you want to send me send me a message on socials. Pick one, don't mind. X, Blue Sky, doesn't matter. Just send me a message and we'll get you that sorted out. How about which team in fact, it's probably too easy to do the first one, but which is the second? According to Understat, which is the second team to be underperforming their expected points this season? Because the first one seems obvious, because we know that Wolves have got a ton of XG for next to no goals. But I want to know which is the second. Which team has the second biggest underperformance of expected points this season? Just need the team. Pick a team. Start spamming teams. FPL Marcelo straight in there. Nailed it. Bournemouth.
Well done.
Literally like the first response. Marcelo, Mr. Marcelo. Go check out his stuff on X, actually. Really, really good stuff he does. But it is Bournemouth. So drop me a message. We'll get you a mug. And then one final mug question.
I just checked to see if there are any Premier League players born in Lapland, and the answer is no. It's a shame. I was looking for something.
That is crazy.
That's something. I'm though thinking of a Premier League footballer with a Christmas themed name. Who am I thinking about?
I'm going to send you it on. I'm going to send you it on WhatsApp.
Yes, you're 100% correct, and I'd be fuming if it was anybody else. Do love that False Paradox went with Kevin again, because that also would have been a brilliant.
That's a great answer,
isn't it? I thought people might go for Rangers. I thought that might be it, but it could only be one man. Jesus Navas. What?
It could have been Gabriel Jesus, I suppose, as well. Yeah, it could have been there. It wasn't. But the one that we've both said. You play for Blackburn?
Straight away. Yeah, Roque Santa Cruz. Has to be.
Are we taking Three Dog or are we taking Greg? We assume Three Dog has got it.
We're giving to the Three Dog for Santa Cruz.
Three Dog, Santa Cruz, one mug for you. Send me a message on socials. And then what I'll do on
Christian Eriksen.
Who's that?
Christian Eriksen. The Christmas name player. Tom Carroll. That's a fucking beauty.
Juan Pablo Angel as well.
Andy Carroll. I wonder if Logan meant Andy Carroll or Tom Carroll. Free Dog. Well played. Right. We're done. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I tell you what. There's been a VAR on my understat question.
Oh my God, has there?
Yeah. Because I was looking at one thing and I was thinking the third, and I actually said the second, didn't I?
Fully VAR.
Do I need to go back?
No, what you have to do now is
have to give away another
announce
mug.
your decision. Announce your decision, but don't admit that you made a mistake. Just tell them the right answer and forget that you made the right mistake, because that's how refs do it now. After review.
After review, Understat have Wolves 12.94 points, expected points underperforming. Second is Leeds, 6.91. Third is Bournemouth, 5.22.
Who got it?
JC.
Nice. Give them both a mug. It's Christmas.
Give them both a mug. It's Christmas. Okay, fair enough. Done. VAR, done. Yeah, beanies, and I will give away a glass as well. You'll get coasters with these, of course. Obviously, you get coasters with the mugs, everything.
Coasters and everything.
All you have to do for these ones is you have to retweet the post that will come out later for this pod. You know, I do one every week that says new episode. If you retweet that, I will draw winners on Christmas Day once the kids have opened all their presents and stuff like that. They're asking for one more mug because we've done four. Four's.
You want to do one more mug, don't you?
One more mug.
God, my throat can take no more.
Okay. Somebody tell me what my rank was on screen earlier, and then you can have it. Exact. Tell me what my rank was on screen. You got to rewind. No, I've got to check it. My current rank, according to the screenshot that I showed earlier on today.
Jeez, what do you think people are doing? Do you think they're going to check what your rank is?
Well, I want it as per Pete's thing from earlier. So,
is there any chance there's any discrepancy between FPL team and game week and all the rest of it as well? There may be.
I'm trying to very quickly scramble to work it out. FPL has like the Fantasy League website has a different rank to.
Has it actually got a different rank?
Yeah. And so there is a winner. Well done, Ben Martins. 1462045 is correct.
Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Do we need a VR review?
No, I'm looking at it.
When did Ben say it?
Well, I've got Josh C 1.3 million. Then I've got Ben Martins 1462045, and then I've got Darshil Shah.
Scroll up though, because there was a held comment for Mac 1496.
Where's this held comment?
It's unheld now. I've unheld it. But there was a held comment which for me is placed the highest of these for 1462045.
What? Where?
So Colin said Happy Christmas Boys, then Chris Woodstock said 2.1 million, and then Mac 1496 1462045.
I don't even see that comment.
I think it's Mac.
Okay.
JC says it's Mac.
I'm not lying. I don't even see it. I don't even see it. Okay, Mac. Well done. Well done. So much VAR.
So much.
That's it. You have to send me a message on socials. I won't remember from here. So send me a message on socials. Guys,
he just told you he won't remember. Everybody's now going to message you. Say, yeah, cheers for the mug, Adam. Here's my address. Just chance your arm.
It'll probably work. Yeah, Game Week 18 deadline is what time? 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock tomorrow night. No,
Friday night. Tomorrow.
Friday night. Boxing Day.
6 o'clock Boxing Day. I guess from us to you guys, however you're celebrating, hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas and happy holidays, spending time with family, friends, enjoy it all. You're going to go get your legs rubbed.
I need to go and get my legs rubbed immediately.
And I'm going to get my hair cut. So
there you go.
We will catch you after Christmas. Thanks as always. See
you later.
Cheers, man.